The NFL, football in general, dominates the top of television ratings charts. Every year, when you see a list of the top 100 most watched programs annually, more than 80% of them are football games. The biggest audiences we have for broadcast TV are football games. Of course, the Super Bowl leads the way, but the two championship games are close. Games on holidays are always among the top 10 programs watched during the course of a year. And early season games like the actual kickoff game this year on a Wednesday night is always highly rated. We get football on Sundays. We get football on Sunday nights. We get football on Sunday mornings. We get Monday night football. We get Wednesdays this year on two different occasions. We get Thursday nights every week. We get Fridays. We get Saturdays, especially later in the season. We've got holiday triple headers on Thanksgiving and Christmas. We have holiday Eve games on Thanksgiving Eve and on Christmas Eve. We have day after Thanksgiving football on Black Friday and day after Christmas football on a Saturday. We have 9 international games, a record number this year, with 6 of them starting on Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Games are on Netflix, Amazon, Peacock, YouTube, in addition to all of the over-air networks. The estimated price average nationwide, if you want to watch every single NFL game in 2026, is $1,650. The NFL's extending later in the season with the 17th game added a few years back over 18 weeks, and the likelihood that this will be an 18-game regular season schedule played over 20 weeks. That means starting at some point, I would guess in the next 3 to 5 years, the football season will start 1 week earlier on Labor Day and will extend to President's Day weekend. Some years, even beyond that. Is there a tipping point, a point in which the NFL goes too far? They provide too much product for too much expense, and the pendulum starts to swing back, and people start to watch less of it, consume less of it, go to games less often. 301-230-0980. This particular schedule put out by the NFL, includes new opportunities. The Thanksgiving Eve game is brand new. The Australia game, giving us a Wednesday and Thursday night game at the beginning of the season before we get to the Sunday slate, is new, although we've had Friday night games from Brazil a few times here recently. The expansion's coming, there's no doubt. My point of view, and this is very subjective, I can't see a day in which I say enough is enough. I don't get to the end of the season and say, I'm done with this. I'm tired of it. I'm at a different point in my life. I don't have young kids anymore. That's a busier situation. For me, I'm looking forward to 18 games. I'm looking forward to, by the way, less football in the preseason, and that would knock the preseason down to 2 games. I actually think the NFL has the best product, but also has the worst product, which is preseason football. It is a total waste of my time, preseason football. I think it's one of the worst products that any of the major sports offer up. But in terms of the regular season, it just fits. It fits like the perfect glove. It hits you right when you get back to normalizing your routine, getting back to work, kids getting back to school, weather starting to change, a beautiful time of the year, fall, especially in a lot of areas in the country, blending into holiday season and winter, where you are indoors more than you are in other portions of the year. The competition during the football season is minimal. It used to be playoff baseball in the World Series. That gets masked. I like watching playoff baseball, but people can do both. The scheduled nature of it fits into that time of year and with most lifestyles. It has become background noise for people who don't even love football. It certainly has been aided in terms of its growth and the crazy numbers by legalized sports betting and fantasy football. That was happening even before it was legalized, but it's even bigger now. For me, and I'm sure Malcolm Gladwell and others would say, you're wrong, but there is no tipping point for this product. I mean, where was the tipping point for Coke and McDonald's? Disney, maybe Disney. I'd put this on par with certain products which have never, from a consumer standpoint in our country, have never really waned. I guess if it went year round, that would be a problem. But as long as it stays in that September through February portion of the calendar, I can't get enough of it. That's my opinion. What's yours? 301-230-0980. Let's go to our guy Paulie in the 757. Paulie, go.
Big guy, how you doing? Hell to the W.
Yep.
I kind of agree with you and disagree in the same breath because you're right. I can't get enough of the NFL. But when you think about it and like you see the schedule, the games that get me is the holiday Eve game. I mean, that's kind of like a busy time. The night before the holidays.
Yeah.
Like either you get things situated with family or whatever, or come Christmas, you get gifts or whatever, or you in the drunken stupor. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, yes. I think the Christmas Eve thing is actually more intrusive for a lot of people than Christmas Day, actually. Thanksgiving Day, that's built into our DNA, football and Thanksgiving. But Thanksgiving Eve is brand new, and that's kind of a family night, a party night for young people. It'll be interesting to see what kind of numbers it does. My guess is they'll kill it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe because I don't know how they do the ratings and stuff now. But like you said, Thanksgiving Eve is usually, it is a party night.
Yeah.
A lot of your family's in town, people are back home and things and such. So I don't know what the attention, like you said, is new. So I don't know what the attention going to be. But I'm just saying, that's just looking at it and thinking about it. But once Christmas Eve comes and Thanksgiving Eve gets here, then, I'll be excited about the games and what's coming on, especially if our team is playing, which we're not playing the holiday schedule this year, which I'm kind of disappointed about. I love the holiday day games. So, yeah, man. But I would, like I said, I agree and I disagree with you. Just looking at it, like, man, why they got these holiday Eve games? That's crazy. But when it gets here, like you said, you'll be excited about it, man. So I think
my wife always asks this time of year, so are they playing on Thanksgiving or Christmas? And I was able to tell her no, but other teams are. Now that it still changes my day and my, nobody cares, but my work related to this show and the podcast around this team. But there's still football on, and I promise you, the people in my house, my sons will want it on even on Christmas Eve. But yes, it is on that day, especially if you've got young kids on Christmas Eve and you celebrate Christmas, that's a tough spot especially if your team is playing. 301-230-0980, 301-230-0980. Is the NFL at a tipping point? Is it close to being overly saturated? Too much product? Anthony in D.C., go ahead.
Damn it.
Anthony, you're on.
Can you hear me? Kevin?
I got you.
Oh, okay. Sorry about
That's
that.
All right.
So let me say one thing off subject real quick. The Cavaliers in Detroit make it so hard on themselves offensively.
Of course.
Because they don't move the damn ball. It's ridiculous. But the subject at hand, the tipping point is going to be when they as they continually fragment the viewing segments of the nation. So I'm not paying for Netflix. I'm not paying for Peacock. I'm not paying for Yahoo. I mean, not Yahoo, but for YouTube. I pay enough for streaming as it is. I'm not going to continue to add on just to watch football. And I think at some point, a lot of the public will be hit with the same reality. I mean, before you know it, if you trying to get all the games available, you're looking at potentially $250, $300 a month.
Oh, no, much more than that.
Support that.
Oh, a month. Yeah, it was. I pulled something up right before this segment. $1,650 is the average price to watch every single game in 2026.
Right, and who's gonna really want to do that?
Well, people are doing it clearly.
Well, they're doing it now, but as prices increase, because it's going to be a while. If prices ever come down, it's going to be a while before they come down. So the prices are going to steadily increase, and people are going to have to make hard decisions. So that's where I see the tipping point being.
Yeah, I'm looking just like on the holidays. So on Thanksgiving, it's actually this is not updated. Thanks, Anthony. As always, stay there, Tony, Kevin. If you're on hold, we got to take a quick break. We'll come back and take a few more calls on this. Kevin Sheehan Show, the Team 980 and the Team980.com.